Today we are trekking through the incredible mountains of Montserrat, climbing steep hills, squeezing through narrow paths, and carefully navigating some seriously slippery trails. Every step comes with epic views, a bit of challenge, and a whole lot of fun. This hike is equal parts adventure, laughter, and jaw-dropping scenery. If you love real trekking experiences with ups, downs, and unforgettable moments, you're going to love this one. Let's go. Steep climbs, tiny paths, slippery rocks, but honestly, that's what makes it so much fun. And the views? Totally worth it. Like the Guernsey Island walk, the Montserrat trek has that same quiet contradiction. Your legs ache, your breathing grows heavy, and yet you don't wish the path were shorter. The tiredness feels honest and almost welcome. Each incline asks something of you, but it gives something back in return. Views, wind, silence, space to think. On both walks, the effort sharpens your awareness. You notice the texture of the ground, the rhythm of your steps, the way the landscape opens up just when you need encouragement. Fatigue doesn't spoil the experience. It deepens it. By the time you stop, sweat damp and sore, there's a gentle satisfaction in knowing you've moved through the land rather than just looked at it. It's that rare kind of tiredness that doesn't drain you. It settles you. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. Let's go back to the hill.
to swallow, yeah. Even because we're really high up.
And now they've popped again. Yeah.
But I think they were wise persons, and the fact that they were in nature and spending almost all their time in a natural area, they made them somehow have a different level of consciousness and connect to the universal consciousness, which I do believe in. So for me, they were nice persons. I don't know any of them. I've read some books about them, but yeah, these were the hermits. We are gonna see what we're gonna be on the upper part. We're gonna see, I think 1, 2, 3, 4 hermitages, like from far away, not close. This is all of them. Well, this was also reformed, but all of them, they were built with the materials that they had in that area. And at the beginning, there was they used to live in caves. So from a cave, they ended up building buildings. But before that, they used to just shelter themselves in nature. Here, all the materials that you have here, as you can see, they're a little bit red, orange, because this is an area with a lot of clay. But so like different from what we could see earlier, the peaks, which are very brown, beige, different color. We will have red this clay part all the way on our dirt road up on our trail. This is the building of the funicular.
Oh. That makes sense.
The funicular comes all the way up here. No, we're going all the way from here, which is very close. So we've done almost all the elevation. Just a little bit left, which is mostly flat.
All right.
Here, this region of the mountain is called the foothold because of its position. And then over there in the back, you see there's a building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's San Juan. That's another hermitage, and then behind it, that's the new one, although it looks old. And then behind it on the wall, you have the San Juan, the old one, and on the right side another one, San Onofre, which used to be other hermitages, but they were actually caves. So they were caves, and these people built like small roofs and then some walls in front. And now it's like a hiking trail. You can go over there and just walk next to the wall.
That's the highest hermitage.
No, there's another one that is almost. I will now when we'll stop at the viewpoint, we will see the highest point of the mountain, which is not here. This is just this region. This is called the region of the hats. Let's go. And this is very famous for rock climbing. For beginner rock climbing. Because,
For a beginner.
it's for beginner because you see the walls. It's usually for multi-peak, but the walls are not very vertical. I mean, they are, but not extremely.
I feel like they can have decent holds. It looks like it for me.
Yes, well,
So easy.
there is so just think that the two hermitages that were on the wall, the hermits don't want to live together, so they were separate. So where you see those two columns vertical, in
Yeah.
the middle, that was the separation of the two hermitages. And the one that was on the right, San Onofre, he or she, they were Rain about 40 liters per meter in 1 hour. In 1 hour, that's a very much. So it is a flood. That's why the funiculars are not working because of that flood. Then here it's nice to know that we have this plant,
Yes.
which is called belladonna, and it's a very toxic plant. This is the flower, this is the fruit that it makes and after the flower, and it's called belladonna because in the Middle Ages women used to put it in their eyes so they have their pupils bigger, so they look beautiful. Belladonna in Spanish means the beautiful lady. So
But if you eat it, it's poison.
it's toxic. Yes, it's toxic. But you know, all plants that are toxic, well, maybe not all, but most of them, they have some medicinal properties.
Yeah.
So depending on the quantity of these substances that they contain, they can be used for representing medicine or not,
It's rosemary.
or to kill someone.
Yeah, it's a rosemary plant. Random.